Cascadia Beer Advent Calendar. For those that are tuning in for the first time, I'm going to go through every beer in the calendar one day at a time. And here's the first beer. These are blind taste tests, so I don't know what I'm drinking till after I've sampled it. So here it goes. Smell a little citrusy, a little hoppy. I'm gonna guess it may be a hazy. All right. So, a little cloudy, a little hazy. It does make me think it might be a hazy pale ale. Smells good. Taste. Now we'll find out in a second. It's not bad. It's mild. It is a little citrusy. A nice, smooth, easy beer. This would be good in the summertime, I think. Yeah, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It's not as bitter as I thought it might be. I like that it's light. It's subtle. First beer of the calendar is hard, but this is... I'm going to give this about an 8. I'm going to give this an 8.0. It's rather impressive. All right, so what do we got? Let's do the big reveal. Da da da. Okay. Apparently the paper doesn't come off as easy as I hoped, because it's taped to the can. All right, what do we got? Oh, for heaven's sakes, I need my glasses. It's not an obvious. It's a Dreamscape Superflux. And here's what I can tell you about the beer. This one right here, as you'll see on the screen. So the brewery is Superflux. You heard right, Superflux, out of Vancouver. And this is called a Dreamscape, this is called a Dreamscape IPA, India Pale Ale. 6.5% alcohol by volume. They didn't say what the IBUs are on it, but I tell you they're not that strong. Yeah, it's still pretty mild. Here's what the website says. Basically, all the hops used in the dry hop of Dreamscape, and it has in brackets, Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. Citra, I get, it gets that fruity flavor. He said all these hops are frozen fresh hop cryo. I was wondering what it says on the can. It says FFHC, frozen fresh hop cryo. To make frozen fresh hop cryo, they take fresh, not dried hops and process them into concentrated pellets while keeping them frozen the entire time to preserve freshness. We are pretty stoked on this new product, and boy oh boy, is this beer juicy. Notes of orange, juice, clouds, okay, I don't know what a note of a cloud sounds like or feels like, and sweet fizz. Well, you know what, I get the citrus, and I have to say it is juicy and it is crushable, so I stick with my score of 8.0. Not bad for a start. Day number 2, the 2nd of December. Before I go into beer number 2, I thought I'd give you a quick update because I forgot to mention how I score beer. An average beer, it's an okay beer, is a 7, or somewhere in the 7s. A good beer, it's got something extra going for it, whether it's extra character, extra je ne sais quoi, is going to be an 8. An exceptional beer, something that I go, wow, this is a must-do again, is a 9. Now, if you go in the other direction, a beer that's a 6, I will drink it. If it's put in front of me, I'll drink it. Try not to make a face. It'll be okay. A 5, it's getting in that zone of, like it's a barely acceptable beer. I'm not even sure I'll finish it. Anything less than a 5, I probably wouldn't finish it. It's rare I don't finish a beer, but there we are. Okay, so let's get on to beer number 2. Beer number 2. Don't know what it is. Oh, it smells a little nutty. Definitely has a nice dark color. I can smell malt. I'm thinking this is going to be a dark ale, maybe a porter. Let's find out. Bit bitter. So far, it's not telling me anything special, but it almost get a coffee flavor. Yeah, it tastes like an average dark ale. I wouldn't say it's a stout, and I don't think it's chewy enough for a porter. I could be wrong. There's something to it, though. There's something that's a little different. And you know, my taste buds aren't good enough to tell you what that might be. This beer doesn't impress me as much as the one yesterday. Yesterday was smooth, delicious, had something unique to it. This one does not taste unique. It tastes okay, so this will be in the 7s. I don't know. You know, I may regret this, but I'm going to give it a 7.3. Let's find out what we got. This time I got a knife to cut the label, because talking to Carolyn, my wife Carolyn, was kind enough to wrap all these beer cans, which is awesome. But she went and taped them to the cans, so they're not as easy to take off. Aha, here we go. It is a porter, so I'm wrong. A little bit of research. As I mentioned, this is from the Ucluelet Brewing Company. Ucluelet, pardon me, is just down the road from Tofino, so it's on the very west coast of Vancouver Island. Beautiful area. Some great things going on there. If you ever visit Vancouver Island, that's one of the places you really should visit. But I'm not going to say you should go for this beer. It's called St. Aidan's Porter, and there's a story behind it. But it is 5.5% alcohol, 24 IBU. So there's that little bit of bitterness I noted. And on the can and on the website it says, named after the congregation previously housed in our location, this beer is strong and sturdy like the building we brew in. This beer shows off notes of toasty biscuit, smooth chocolate, and restrained roast. Take shelter from the storms with this robust dark ale. Like I say, because it doesn't have anything, I've had porters that will knock your socks off. This isn't one of them, unfortunately. It's not bad. One more sip, just to confirm. See, now that I read it, I taste the chocolate. No, I still say no, it's more like coffee to me. But anyway, 7.3 is the score. It shall keep. Day 3, December 3rd. I spent most of today putting up Christmas lights, as I had done also yesterday most of the day. I'm almost done. There will be a video on Christmas lights, because I tend to go a little Clark Griswold. Anyway, here we are. Beer number 3. It says get her done. Oh, right away it's foaming a little bit. I smell hops again. I'm going to guess it's a lighter colored beer. And it is. Cloudy, like beer number 1. It's very so. I mean, I got mostly foam there. Pretty mild, actually. I'm getting. It smells like a bit lemony. Oh, it's very nice. It's very light. It's even lighter than beer number 1. It's a little crisp. It's actually refreshing. It's nice. I wonder if it's one of those in the category of Northwest Pale Ales. Although it's not a pale ale. I don't know. I can't categorize it, but it's nice. It's refreshing. Like I said, I'm quite liking it. This is impressing me. It's drinkable. It's quaffable. It's not too hoppy. It smelled hoppier than it tastes. It even dances on the tongue a bit. This is quite nice. You know what? I think I like it better than beer number 1. 8.2. I'm going to give this an 8.2. Let's see what we got. Looks like the guy who designed Wendy's went nuts in this place. That's what the label says. It's from Squamish, and it's a backcountry brewing. So, interesting beer. I quite like it. All right, so here's a lowdown of what we just had. You can see the can on the screen there. Backcountry brewing out of Squamish, British Columbia. On this way to one of the best ski resorts in the country, Whistler. And I think the beer is called Looks Like the Guy. Like I said, looks like the guy who designed Wendy's went nuts in this place, which is a very strange name. I'm not sure what they're trying to say here. It's listed as a pale ale, even though to me it's a little light for a pale ale, a little hazy, a little cloudy, but it's listed as a pale ale. Fair enough. 5.5% alcohol, IBU's 35. So what it says on the can and on the website is this: is there anywhere to park in this town? No. Well, that's how we keep the local population down. Brewing this pale ale was the easy part. So we'll close them and you open them. This one's for the buds here and gone, and the Renegades that go OB. And I think OB in this case, especially if you look at the can, is a skier. OB means out of bounds. Renegades would go out of bounds, go off-piste, out of bounds. So I like this. The can, the only thing I say is, I don't think this is a pale ale in my books. Pale ales are usually a little darker, a little more hoppy. I get more citrus out of this, but still, I like it. Like I said, I like it quite a bit, so I stick with the score, 8.2. Cheers. It is December 4th, beer number 4 on deck. I'm hoping this beer today is a darker one, rich dark one, because we haven't had one of those yet. The porter wasn't bad, but I really would like to have a wow dark beer. In any case, here we are on Vancouver Island getting, today, big event is the atmospheric river. It's been raining like crazy. Bit of ponding going on, but so far no flooding. But anyway, let's get on to the beer. Beer number 4. I think it's darker. We shall see. No, denied. It's more of a pale ale color. More golden. I'm smelling... It's weird. It almost smells like nuts as I'm pouring it, which not something normal for beer. Let's see. Yeah, there smells... Doesn't smell bad, but it smells different. So this could be an interesting taste adventure. Some hops, but there's something else going on. Oh. Hints of sourness. I think they snuck in a sour. You know how I feel about those. Those have been tuning in. Yeah, definitely, you got that lactic acid or something. A little fruity. Maybe some red fruit flavor, I'm guessing. I've had more sour, but this has definitely caught me a little by surprise, so definitely not that uber beer I was hoping for. I'm on the fence. I'm torn because it's tangy, a little sour. It's got some fruit flavor. It's not badly made. It's relatively smooth. It's not grabbing me by the face and going squish like some sours do. It's actually not bad at all. This is in some ways reminiscent of, there was an apple pie sour beer, apple pie and ice cream beer last year that turned out I liked. This is reminding me of that. It's not bad. The more I drink it, the more I like it, which is strange. So do I like it as much as yesterday's beer? No, I don't. Some people would probably like it more. 7.8. That's what I'm going to give it. I'm torn between that and an 8. I'm comparing it to the beer number 1, which I gave an 8. I'm thinking 7.8, and I'll look at my notes and see. But let's find out what it is. I'm using an X-Acto knife here to slit the tape and paper, so it's not so hard to remove. There we go. Hang of this. Da-da-da. What do we have? Trapper Shack. I need my glasses again. It's from Howl Brewing. I think they're on the island. So Howl Brewing is out of North Saanich, so I recall correctly, it's on the island, and the beer is called Trapper Shack, and it's an amber ale. 5% alcohol by volume, 20 IBU. Didn't really get much out of the hops, so that explains why it's only around 20. Here's the thing, I've been drinking it, and I'm liking it more. That's strange. But anyway, the website didn't have anything for the can. Sorry, try again. The website did not have anything to say about this particular beer, so it must be a special run. But the can does say, a citrus-forward, lightly smoked amber ale made with chaga, spruce tips, and maple syrup. Chaga, from another one of their beers on the website, chagas are mushrooms. So it's got mushrooms, spruce tips, and maple syrup. What an odd combination. It's not bad. You know what? This is one of those times where I'm going to change my score. Because the beer, sipping it while I was doing my research, the beer has grown on me. And that's something bizarre or strange. Now I know what it is. It's probably a combination of maple syrup and spruce tips and maybe the mushrooms. It's not bad. So because of the uniqueness, because they've taken a bit of a leap with this beer, I'm going to up it to 8.1. Bet you didn't see that one coming. So to recap, we've had 4 beers so far. An IPA, a porter, a pale ale, and today's amber ale. I'm still waiting for that super rich sweet beer, or even just a super rich beer. Even a Belgian style ale would be nice. We'll see what the next 4 beer are like. Stay tuned. See you next time.